He's America's coolest conservative and the future king of talk radio. 107.9 FM WBT presents The TJ Ritchie Show.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah. I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. Reluctantly. I'm tired. They disappeared half my show tonight. And here I am still, little worker bee, company man, coming to do the job, and I'm putting as much into it as I would have if all the basketball fans were listening. Oh, here's what I need you to do, please. For all the peoples, if you're listening right now, and you are a Carolina basketball fan, please call everybody you know that's not. Send them a text real quick. All the non-Carolina fans, all the Duke fans, all the State fans, you know who they are. And tell them the basketball show's over so they can come listen now. It's safe. Tell them the coaches show, the Carolina basketball coaches show is over, and they can come listen to some fair and balanced. I'm not going to offend them and their teams in any way because I don't care about basketball one way or the other. They could all win for all I care. Fine with me. Unless they're playing LSU and I still have to root for LSU even though I don't keep up with basketball. I'm still rooting for LSU against everybody else. I don't care. But yeah, please, if any of you Carolina fans if you allow yourselves to be acquaintances with or friends with people who aren't Carolina basketball fans, if they're Duke fans or State fans or Wake, whatever, just please send them a quick text. Tell them it's safe to come back. Well, unless they're liberals, then it's not safe for them. Hell no, it's not safe for them. Thank God. 704-570-1079. That's the phone number. How are you feeling, Lonnie Ray? Lonnie Ray was sick last night.
I'm good, man. How are you today?
All right, good. So what kind of stomach issue did you have? Anything we can talk about on the radio or no?
Just the normal stomach bug,
okay.
Going around. So
you vomited?
Yes, sir.
You vomiting?
Yes, sir.
You sure it wasn't your girlfriend's cooking?
Don't do that, man.
No, of course not. She's a great cook. You talk about how great of a cook she is all the time. He really does, except for that one time. But other than that, he's always bragging about her cooking. Okay, I'm sure you've heard everything there is to hear about the State of the Union address, everybody's opinion of it last night. I actually, I shouldn't have, but I watched the entire thing. The reason I should not have is because I have to get up super early because I am a multi-talented radio personality and I do this political show at night. I still do a syndicated morning radio show every day. So I had to get up like 3 o'clock this morning after I stayed up late. I'm already up late doing this show. But then when I stay up late watching a State of the Union address that breaks a record for being the longest State of the Union address ever, then I'm also going to be cranky and tired and all of that. But anyway, I watched it. I thought it was great. My favorite part of the whole thing was when Trump looked over at the lunatic communists and just started shouting, "These people are crazy," because it reminded me of myself. That's the way we do, you and I do on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Just plain talk. These people are nuts. They are lunatics. They're crazy. And they kept showing Big Sleepy, Hakeem Indica Jeffries, and he looked higher than he normally looks. I mean, did you see him, Lonnie? He looked like he was zooted.
Yeah, I see.
Face all, his face was all red, looked like he was wearing blush. We couldn't even move his neck. He was just rolling his eyes around. I said, he is high as a, look at it's like, good Lord. But the thing that last night proved, once again, is what I always say, is that Republicans and conservatives are civilized, and the liberal lunatic leftists are not. How many times during the Marxist Obama regime or the Marxist Clinton regime or the ridiculous Biden regimes. Did you see Republicans jump up and run, hold up signs in people's faces and yell and scream? One time, I think, a Republican representative yelled at Obama, "You lie." And the media freaked out. And that's the only time I can think of it. Just the same as always, when you compare the behavior of uncivilized Democrats to great American conservatives. I spent probably 3 days straight, round the clock, last week, searching and searching and searching all over the internets and the social medias and the cable newses, and I didn't see not one conservative get in front of a camera and start laughing and celebrating the death of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Because I really gave it a valiant try. I was really trying to do so. But we're not the same type of people. We just aren't. Democrats they don't know how to act, put it that way. They're brats, they're wicked, evil creatures, these elected Democrats, these professional Democrats. And that was proven again last night. And when people act like that, when they act out with their emotions, it makes you lean toward the idea that they're not very bright. Their intelligence level is not really what it should be in order to be leaders in Congress. That Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib yelling out at the president and all. And, adding to that a little bit is the fact that they're women. Women, if they have any kind of emotion and they're mad, they're going to let everybody know they're mad. Because I know Chuck Schumer was mad too. But he didn't start screaming out and yelling. Not giving Chuck Schumer any credit. I mean, I really think he's a devil. But he waited until he could get to another camera, and then he started commenting about the president. He didn't start yelling out, acting uncivilized. The women did, of course. Of course. But there was all kinds of stuff going on outside of the State of the Union. That Joy Reid, I would say bless her heart, the Southern way, bless her heart, but she has no heart. She's a she-devil as well, Hellcat. She was out trying to do her own little rally, and I think you could have put everybody that showed up at her rally, you could put them all in the WBT studio at one time and still have plenty of room to break dance. Wasn't a big crowd, is what I'm saying. So we have some clips of her embarrassing show that she put on, as well as Ilhan Omar lying in the hallways, lying as in not telling the truth, not reclining in a state of rest, but lying in the hallways. Somebody was interviewing her. She'd walk into her office. And probably the biggest clown in all of Washington, Representative Shri Talander. Oof. And he's wearing the costume to prove it. So we got all kinds of stuff coming up. And like I said, if you'll just take a minute and let all the non-Carolina basketball fans, the fans of all the other basketball schools, let them know that I'm on now. And then the coach's show is over. It's safe to come back. Okay? I'd appreciate that. All right, hang on. We'll get into a lot of stuff coming up next. Hey, it's the TJ Ritchie Show. I am the Dominican cigar-loving, green-eyed patriot, TJ Ritchie. 704-570-1079 is the number. Call it or text it. Thanks to Liberty Buick GMC. Always appreciate them. Hey, if you want to hear any of the other works that I do, I mean, I'm just a workhorse all the time. You can just go to tjritchie.com. My name is spelled Ritchie. You can hear the podcast of the morning radio show that I do with my partner Riggins and Lindsay, who's also on the show. It's more of a lighthearted lifestyle kind of thing, funny talk. And my wife and I do a podcast called TJ and Jody's House, where she thinks that she's the funny one, but she's really not ever. And also, if you miss anything on this show, you can catch it there too. tjritchie.com. Please go. And if you don't mind, when you're there, visit the people you hear that are sponsoring all that stuff. I'd appreciate it. Okay. It's a business, you know. It is a business, even though I'm not much of a businessman. I'm not a good businessman. I'll admit that. Okay. So State of the Union last night, this clown, he's always just talking gibberish. But he is funny to poke fun at which to poke fun. His name is Sri Talander, and I think he just turned 171 years old. He wears it looks like a full wig, and he looks like he's had so much surgery on his face that he's always smiling, even though he's saying stuff that is evil and he's mad about it, but he can't. His face has been stretched into a permanent smile all the time. And I know you know who I'm talking about if you keep up with this at all. But if you don't, go look him up. You'll see that's a great description of him. Sri Talander, okay? This is what he said. I believe this is a clip. He's just making this video in his office to go on his social media. And I think it's before the State of the Union address last night. Here we go.
Just in a few hours, Donald Trump is going to go to the U.S. Congress and talk about State of the Union. He will tell a whole bunch of lies because he has failed to take care of the prices. Prices have continuously go down, making it harder for average American. Life is tough. Rents are going up. Grocery prices are going up. Trump will tell you all is well. Don't believe him.
Listen, I know you call me whatever kind of names you want to call me, but if you can't speak English any better than that, you should not be allowed to serve in any office in U.S. America. If you can't speak English better than that, seriously. Wow. But I mean, he really is. Let me look up how old he is. I say he was 171. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but not much, I think. Let's see. No, I'm sorry. I thought he was actually in his early 90s, but he's only 71, it says. So I stand corrected. But it does look like he's had some big time work done on his face, like almost reconstructive surgery. And he's got his hair fried, dyed, laid to the side, all swooped up. If it's not a full wig, then I would be shocked. But anyway, if you can't speak English better than that, then no, the law should not allow you to serve in office in U.S. America. Okay, so now we have Joy Reid, who staged her own little event outside somewhere, I think in D.C. She was freezing to death out there. You know, the kook, MSNBC, former MSNBC host who got excrement canned because she's a lunatic. She was out there trying to rally the troops and give her balance of Donald Trump. So here is one of the first announcements that she made on stage.
One note, we just want to do sort of one housekeeping note. Attention all MAGA trolls, and with apologies to the pastor who gave the invocation, your bull is not welcome here. And to paraphrase one of my favorite actors in the world, Robert De Niro. I'm going to slightly paraphrase him. Y'all. We're here to hear the truth and to hear from impacted people, not to see or hear from you. So go back and pay attention to your orange lying friend.
So she's got really the big, clever insults there. Your orange lying friend. Oh, you got us. Now, what had happened was that some people had showed up at her little thing and stood off to the side of the stage, started yelling, pro-Trump, pro-MAGA stuff at her. So then it got her all flustered. Now, these Democrats are they're laughable because they think they're so smart, but they're not at all, and they're not creative in any way. I mean, Rashida Tlaib, a sitting U.S. congressman, in the gallery last night during the State of the Union address, wearing a pin on her lapel that said F ICE. I mean, they think that is so cool. Let me tell you something. If you have to use profanity, just regular day-to-day life all the time, it's a sign of a lack of intelligence. It's a sign of a lack of a vocabulary. And this is what these people, they think it is so hurtful. It's just like, oh, we told you off. They run around saying F ICE, F Trump. Okay, oh, whoa. Oh my God, the brain power that you had to use to come up with that insult. Oh, wow. Don't hurt us like that anymore. Your words are so hurtful. We've never heard that. What do you mean F ICE? Oh, F Trump. Oh, you're so bad you're so tough. You're such a bad girl. Look at you using the F word. Oh, you and Megyn Kelly should get together and have a cuss off. I have never heard anything like that. It's bringing me to my knees. Oh, the power in your words. My God, please stop. Have some mercy on us. You have tortured us enough. You win. You win. Oh, don't say it again. Don't say it again. Oh, Robert De Niro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Today's Einstein, Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, whose life is a shambles. What a loser Robert De Niro is. What a complete and total femboy he has turned out to be. God, one of my favorite actors in the world says, F Trump. Oh, God. So it's easy to see that these people aren't writers. And that's why they need writers. Oh, my God, you're so strong. You're so bad. Look at you. You said the F word again. Wow. How did you come up with that? You must have a thesaurus. Do you go to thesaurus.com, find all these words that people have never heard, that really, the words to cut them to the bone? Is that what you do? Joy Reid is a clown. Just a clown. And again, she had to be, I don't know though, she has no self-awareness, obviously, and nobody loves her, or they would sit her down and tell her, hey, you're making a fool of yourself. But I was going to say, I wonder if she even realizes what an utter failure her little event was last night, because nobody was there. Between those two chicks, Joy Reid and Don Lemon, I mean, it's just a clown show. All right, so we have more of this, and then I'll get off the State of the Union stuff. Even though this doesn't really count as State of the Union stuff, this is extra. All right, we'll get into all of it coming up next. 107.9 WBT, Charlotte's FM News Talk, the TJ Ritchie Show. America's coolest conservative. That's who I am, TJ Ritchie. That's who I am. That's what I am. Dropping truth bombs all over the place. Boom. There goes another one. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. So, I have said many, many times that the lunatic left will use these protests a lot of times, or most of the time, or every time. There is always going to be some lunatic leftist who doesn't get enough attention that shows up to these protests with the sole purpose of getting to perform for people. They're usually, very, very horrible at whatever talent they think they have in performing. They're terrible musicians. They're terrible singers. They're terrible poets. They're just awful. Yet they insist on performing, and they think that they're good performers. They think they're so talented. But they go to these protests and they say, I'm going to bring my gift of music, my gift of art, I'm bringing my art. Because they know that all these other idiots out there who are protesting are going to sit and listen to them. And since they're all on the same side, they're all against, America, basically, that they're going to sit and go, oh, yeah, go ahead. Please play your tambourine, play your kazoo, play your recorder, bang on your bongo, do what you need to do. Oh, we all love it, everything. No gift is unappreciated. You give the gift that you have. But if they were good and talented, they wouldn't have to make people listen to them. That's what they do. They show up out there and make people listen to them. Do whatever it is that they do. If someone is talented and they are performing at a group full of lunatic leftists, then they are being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're professional entertainers. Okay? That's how that works. Got it. Like, I don't know, Rihanna or some damn body. But I don't know who it was. Some crazy woman got up on stage, and she and Joy Reid last night outside at their little sparsely attended protest rally. They were singing some song, of course, because that's just what they do. And neither one of them can sing worth a damn. Listen.
No pueden encarcelarnos a todas.
Oh, God.
No pueden encarcelarnos a todas. No pueden
Singing in the round.
encarcelarnos a todas. Imprison us all day. Hey. Woo!
They didn't even know. They didn't know where to end.
You did amazing. Yes.
Amazing.
You get an A.
You got an A. Oh my
I don't
God.
give grades though. We just go on vibes, and the vibes were immaculate.
Okay.
So much. Thank
And you
you.
see-
Thank you very much.
It's another reason. Some kind of a teacher or something. She doesn't give grades. All right. Okay. But another reason why I preach it over and over and over until you get sick of hearing, and I know you do, but conservatives do not need to use the term vibes because it makes you sound like that chick. We don't use the word vibes that way. We just don't. It's not what the Jesus wants for us. The word vibes came from the 60s in the dope culture. And then they adopted it a few years ago, and now it's, the vibes and the crystals and the sound bowls and the, all that crap. Don't get caught up in it. Don't fall for that. First of all, a man should not be saying vibes anyway, unless he's the gay. If you're the gay, you can say it. If you're the gay and you're liberal, then you're fine saying vibes. It fits. But if you're a masculine man, either who is a liberal or who is a normal person, you shouldn't be saying vibes. It's just not, it's not what should be happening. I'm telling you. I mean, it really upsets me. Because, if people would just listen to me, I don't know how many of y'all have determined that by listening to my show here, that if the world took heed to the things that I advise, then this would be a utopia. I'm telling you, just a straight up utopia. Gone with it. Gone with it. And then Ilhan Omar walking through the hall. This is same, and she seems to be from the conservative media, maybe what they call a citizen journalist, but I think she actually works for a news outlet. She interviews Ilhan Omar in the hall a lot, walking with her to her office and everything. And Ilhan Omar talks to her. I mean, she talks nasty to her, and they kind of go at each other. But, I mean, it's like, I don't know how she gets access like that, just to be walking to their offices with them, especially when they're foes like that. I don't know, but it's usually pretty good stuff. So here was their exchange last night.
Hi, Congresswoman Omar. You were just talking about how Trump's economy has failed the American people, but I think the American people really want to know how you went from a negative 65,000 before coming into Congress to over $30 million in just 7 years.
My disclosure is public, ma'am.
Yeah, it is. And so a lot of people now are looking into that and finding S. Crew Winery, a winery that doesn't actually seem to exist. Is that a real winery, or?
Do you all actually look at and read things, or do you just ask silly questions?
Well, it's listed in the financial disclosure, so can you explain it? Because we have a lot of questions about it, and things just aren't adding up. There's no real phone number. There's no real location.
Why, did you want to buy some wine?
Probably not from you, to be honest. Recently stated that the American people should be afraid of the white man. They should be fearful of the white man.
I never said that.
Yeah, you're on video saying it.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
Oh,
I did not.
Yes, you.
Again, this is like what I said. You need to prepare yourself, because you can't continue embarrassing yourself like this.
So I'm just a liar.
What I was quoting was an actual study done by the FBI.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
All right, thank you, Congresswoman.
Yeah, that was AI. That was AI. You are embarrassing yourself. I did not say that. Yeah, that is AI. You fall for that AI. I am an angel. Sent from God. I would never. Oh, man. They have no shame. They just don't. You know why? Because they don't have a conscience. You know why? Because they're narcissists. You know what else they are? Psychopaths. You know what else? Sociopaths. They're all a bunch of need to be mental patients. Evil. Lying at evil. Trash. Trashy, trashy, trashy. But other than that, she's pretty cool. Okay, one segment left, and I'm going to do something that is going to leave you going, hey, you know what? That was rather profound. I never thought of it that way. I'm telling you right now, that's what's going to happen. Don't miss it. Next. It's the TJ Ritchie Show. Hey, I'm TJ Ritchie. We just heard the Pete Callender promo right there. Promo is short for promotional announcement, a promotional piece to say, hey, listen to the Pete Callender Show. You could leave it up a little bit long. Say, hey, listen to the Pete Callender Show. And right there proves the difference in a clever, conservative mind and the dense mind of a liberal. All they can come up with to try to score gotcha points and all is F ICE, F Trump. Pete Callender just used the term snowcialism. Talking about New York City being covered in snow and then the government giving out money for people to go shovel snow. Snowcialism. That just shows the difference between us and them. We're clever and they're just dolts. I mean, I'm not taking credit for, when I say we're clever, I don't mean I'm taking credit for Pete Callender's term there. But we as a conservative people are more clever than the lunatic left. It's awesome. 704-570-1079 is the phone number. All right. The other night I introduced you to this congressman from Minnesota, a state congressman, state representative. And he is a giant man. He is huge. And he pretends to be a woman, calls himself a trans woman. And he's the one that I played the clip of that said that that Minnesota does not need to start making sure that you can verify that you're 18 to look at hardcore porn like we do in North Carolina, because kids need that for educational purposes. Kids, he said. Remember, he was talking about kids who are, obviously, he says, queer kids need that for education. That being hardcore porn. Kids. So you would think after he had said that and the entire country knows it, that he would have gone into a hole of shame and just said, oh, God, I can't believe I said that. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have let the cat out of the bag, that I'm a pervert and that I'm a sick freak. But no. He's making a little video in his office today for his social media, bragging about what he's doing. He's bringing this bill to not allow ICE or any other law enforcement agency to wear masks when they're doing their jobs. You know, this has always been the big sticking point with liberals on the leftists on this ICE stuff. They're masked, and they know why they're masked. They're masked because the lunatic left that they have riled up wants to kill the ICE agents, harm them and their families, find out everything there is about them. So that's why they want to see their faces and they want to get all their personal information, everything. And they all know this. All the politicians know this. But that's what they want. They want the ICE agents to be so afraid that they quit their jobs and they stop trying to enforce the law to deport illegal aliens so the illegal aliens can stay in the country and help Democrats. So, listen to this guy.
Hey y'all, it's Lee. I'm here at the Capitol about to go into the Public Safety Committee to present my bill to unmask ICE. We have been working in the streets, working with our communities, working with our immigrant neighbors, trying to protect them against this outrageous federal occupation that we all just lived through. And now we must come here and make sure nothing like that ever happens again. We have lots of approaches to that on the DFL side, but one of those is my bill to make sure that we do not have masked secret police agents running around taking people into unmarked cars. This bill takes away those masks for all law enforcement. And it says if you are going to have the power of our state violence in your hands, you have to at least let people know who you are. It's a big ask. I don't know that it's going to even make it out of committee today, but we have to make sure this never happens again. We are trying to build a future in the state of Minnesota where everyone is safe and everyone is welcome. And this is a step towards doing that today. Please keep fighting for all Minnesotans, and we'll see you in committee.
All right. Might take away the fact that they have no control over what federal officers do. You can't make a state law that supersedes the Constitution for what is supposed to be done by federal agents. You can't do that. But the most important thing here is that, you know, you've heard me railing lately, especially a lot lately, that these people have no self-awareness. They don't even realize just how ridiculous they are. This is a state representative fighting for the people, so to speak, And what is he doing? He's fighting for the safety of Minnesotans because he wants federal agents to stop hiding behind masks. Do you get where I'm going here? This is a man who wears the mask of a woman everywhere he goes. This is a man who covers his true identity every minute of every day. He wears a mask. He wears a woman mask. And he has no clue how ridiculous it makes him look, or even more ridiculous as a man trying to pretending to be a woman, but as a man who wears a mask everywhere, fighting against people wearing masks. Even if he had the idea to bring the bill to the floor for a vote, he should have gotten one of his buddies to say, hey, he could say, hey, come here. Hey, look, I got this idea. I'm going to bring you this bill. I want you to put it up as your bill because it would seem way too hypocritical for me to do it. I wear a mask everywhere. So I can't necessarily, the irony there is mind-blowing. So I don't even think I can get people who are pro-trans to accept it. It's so ridiculous. So please, can you put your name on it so I don't have to get out and argue about people not being able to wear masks when every minute of my life I'm fighting to be accepted in the mask that I wear? Whoa. I'm telling you, if I may quote the great 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, you people are crazy. You people are crazy. Walking around in woman face, demanding people accept it. Not just asking people to accept it, demanding that they accept it. His woman mask. What gall these people have. And I don't know what surgeries he's had or anything. To me, it doesn't matter. You could have top surgery, bottom surgery, whatever. I don't care. I care if you were forced into it as a kid or led into it as a kid and now your life is miserable. I care about that. But if you're just some random guy that's pretending to be a woman, you know, take the mask off. You know what? I tell you, they should make a deal. They go, hey, okay, ICE agents will take their masks off if you take yours off. You go to work without your mask. Dude, let's see that. How long do I have here, Lonnie? Okay. My clock is still not synced up with the studio clock, but I got it. I'm a professional. I got it. God loves you and ain't nothing you can do about it. Nick Craig's next. See you tomorrow.